Good afternoon, Monica. This is Mike. I was just gonna let you know I'm on my way from an appointment to another appointment, but this one will take me right by Smith Farm Estates. So I'm gonna drive by there and grab just a little footage of Smith Farm Estates. I mean, it's not a huge neighborhood, but there are 30 to 40 houses in there already that are running between 650 and $1.4 million. So it's a good neighborhood for you, I think, and it is a neighborhood, and there's going to be some good people in there. So I'll take some footage for you so that you can at least have a conceptual idea of what it is. Okay, just to give you an idea, don't look at my dirty windshields, Monica. We had a squirrel that was going to war with us in our vehicles, and we had to trap her and take her elsewhere. But she ate through my windshield wiper fluid line, and so I have an appointment to take my van in, my work van, to get it repaired. But everybody's busy, so it's going to take me a few weeks to get it in there, 3 weeks or whatever. So I'm going to have to do without a windshield wiper fluid. That's more than what you bargained for, right? So I'm on Yorktown Road right now, and I just turned off 134. So if you're looking at a map, you can see 134, and it turns off Yorktown Road near 17. We've got the Tab Middle School right over here, so you can find that on the map. To the left are some middle neighborhoods that are going to run between 425 and 800, all right, depending on where you are and what kind of property you have. So that's not Smith Farm Estates. We're going to pass it here on the left, Smith Farm Estates, and I'll show you. They have a nice wall right there, made up. It's a new neighborhood. It's been here for about 4 years, the development. All right, and so I'm going to drive you down. I wanted to show you the power lines. They don't go necessarily through the neighborhood. They go between two parts of the neighborhood, and so that's a part of it. But there are going to be two separate entrances for this neighborhood, and I don't know exactly how many houses are supposed to end up in there. Maybe 250, maybe 200, something like that. But it's a very nice neighborhood, Smith Farm Estates. I'll show you what it's close to, so that you can get a good idea. It gives you a picture instead of just looking at a map or Google Earth. So you have Bethel Baptist Church is right over here, all right, and then we're turning into Taylor Farms, which Taylor Farms has some of the nicest houses in York County. Taylor Farms price range in here, it's a smaller neighborhood, and Taylor Farms can run between 800,000 and 2 million. All right, so that's what we have in here in Taylor Farms. And so I'm showing you this because Taylor Farms is not even half a mile away from Smith Farm Estates. So I'm not going to take you through all of this neighborhood, but these neighborhoods together are going to keep their values up. And York County values, they sustain for many years in an upward swing, mainly because of the schools and the fact that we keep York County more of a suburban area. All right, so some nice homes here. This, I'd say Taylor Farms is maybe just a step up from Smith Farm Estates, but Smith Farm Estates has homes just about almost exactly like the one that you liked at the Lot 3B on Hunts Neck Road. So we're gonna head back to Smith Farm Estates, excuse me. And again, sorry about my windshield. I would have wiped it off, but I've been busy today, and I've gone to several appointments in my work vehicle here. And so, you know, and this location right here to Riverside Regional Medical Facility is about 10 minutes to 12 minutes depending on the traffic time of day. Okay, traffic mainly on 17 to J. Clyde Morris. That's you know, definitely the biggest consideration to the time, but it's 10 to 12 minutes, so you know, not a whole lot of a difference there. So I'm turning in to Smith Farm Estates, and right now I think there are 4 or 5 streets that have been developed, or that are being developed, or in the middle of being developed. You can see the quality of these homes. They are good quality homes. And so I'll drive you back on these streets. That's Whippoorwill there. You can look it up on Google Maps, Whippoorwill. You can see that there are lots available. Now, here's where the power lines are, right? Between, this is an easement for the county or for the state, for the power lines to go through to get to the transformers, but there's no power lines over houses, all right? So where the power lines are, they have a walkway, they have a walk space, or a walk path, sorry, and you can see that there are lots available here. But you see the quality of homes. These are not cheap homes, all right? These are good quality homes. I know the builders that are in here, they do quality work, and they're all good guys too, which is interesting. You know, I don't say that about all builders, but you got some nice custom builds in here, some bigger than others, right? I don't think you want a house this big, but they're very similar to the quality of home because that's Roger McClellan's home. He's the builder, right? So there are lots available. Looks like they're grading these lots over here. But this is the site, and this neighborhood should be, with the demand that we have, this neighborhood should be completed, I would think, within a handful of years, maybe within 2 or 3 years, I would guess. You know, and you don't even, once you get into the neighborhood, you don't think about the power lines. Power lines are between the 2 entrances to the 2 sides of the neighborhood, and it'll be something that people think about when they drive in, but once they get to the neighborhood or the street where your house is, I believe resale is going to be very hot for a long time. Tabb neighborhood, Tabb area of York County is, or has been, and will be the hottest of all the areas in Hampton Roads. You know, might be competing with some areas in Virginia Beach, which the south side has also been hot. You know, we follow Richmond. Richmond's been very hot too, and so of all the peninsula communities, Tabb is generally the very hottest because it's got one of the best school systems in the state, and it's where a lot of medical professionals live. It's where a lot of CEOs live, high-ranking officers in the military live, and so I know this is a lot of information. That's a black house. That's interesting. I haven't seen a black house for a long time. You know, just goes to show you I need to do more tours. So anyway, I didn't want to bore you, but I just wanted to show you this neighborhood. I believe it to be one of the best locations for you. As long as you don't see anything that gives you pause. You have not only this neighborhood, Taylor Farms, Sanctuary Cove, Running Man. You have a lot of neighborhoods right next to this one that are all going to maintain their value for many years. Okay, so you know, you can see homes over there through the woods. Through there, good quality builds over there. That's the other side of the neighborhood. Okay, So anyway, feel free to call anytime. Not trying to sell you on the neighborhood. I just really truly believe that this might be a good place for you. Unless you feel like the neighbors are too close, right? I understand that if you feel that way. But it is a good solid neighborhood in here, and it will be for many years to come. I'm turning down Whippoorwill, and I just thought, you'd like to see more of the style of the houses that are here. Looks like definitely colors are coming back into the market for sure. Nice rich colors. So I don't know what color you'd want your house to be. But then they have the nice old brick look with gable roofs and multiple gables. And once this neighborhood is done, I think it will be a very, very nice finish. So I thought I would like to make sure that this neighborhood was definitely going to work for you before we start the process of talking with the builder about alterations to the floor plan. And I'm pretty sure that's possible, but I just wanted to make sure that you felt like this neighborhood was going to be good for you before we really open the can of worms of starting to talk about details with the builder. Okay, I'm fully prepared and ready for that conversation. See, here's a lot that is for sale. So plenty of lots to choose from, unless you want to be at the end of a street or cul-de-sac, or where you want to be. There's obviously they have privacy fences here, so you can put those PVC privacy fences in, it looks like, and have some privacy in your backyard. All right, and there's buffer with this wall. Yorktown Road isn't that busy. I mean, it does get a lot of traffic, but it's it's 35-40 mile an hour street, and so it's not too bad. So anyway, this is the direction you would go to the hospital, and then you turn left on 17 once you get at the end of Yorktown Road, and then you just ride 17 all the way down to J. Clyde Morris. J. Clyde Morris then turns into Avenue of the Arts, and then you get to the hospital. I hope that was an okay tour of Smith Farm Estates. Sorry about my dress here. I was walking properties out in rural Gloucester earlier, and it just wasn't appropriate for me to be wearing my suit. So anyway, hope you have a good evening, and please call me if you want to have discussion. Okay.